Guys, welcome to the channel. This is the 3rd of November. It is Monday. Happy new month. The year has gone just like that, guys, just like that. I'm starting over on the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, we can see that we have this resistance zone here, and we can see that price has broken below this resistance. And here I have this channel, so it looks like price is in some sort of maybe short-term uptrend or maybe long-term, I'm not sure. But as per right now, what I am seeing is this level here might be a potential area for price to come back to, and then we react from there. We see whether it'll break below or continue upwards. Personally, I am favoring the sell side, and also when I take my fib, I can see that this here, once we take this and we drag it to the top, this is a 61.8, and it's quite a high confluential area, if that's even a word. This is the 1.275. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame, I was in this uptrend, and you can see that now price is broken below this level. Quite big volume sell candles here, and I feel like I don't really think that price wants to make like a really steep pullback back to these levels here, because this candle, last week's candle, we closed with this heavily bearish candle, and I do feel like we might continue the momentum maybe back down to these areas here. So that will be quite interesting, because we still have this level here. It's almost like it's broken below, but it's quite interesting. Maybe price might even react again and maybe come back to these levels where we have this week, but who knows. At this point now, I'll just have to go with what I'm looking at, and for right now I'm looking at sells. Okay, so the daily time frame, I think now we can start seeing things a bit more clearly. Last Friday's candle, we closed with this no volume candle at all. Actually, I don't know if you can see it once I zoom in. This candle here has no volume whatsoever, and usually these are signs of pullbacks. When I start seeing signs of pullbacks, especially on the daily time frame, that's when I'm like, maybe price might want to pull back up to a certain area and then now continue heading over downwards. So right now I'm waiting to see whether we can have something decent here and then look for those sells again. But now I'll see this more clearly on the 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour time frame, we can see that these are the candles that we're having. And once I drag my fib level just from the topmost part to the bottom of this impulsive move, we can see that we have a 23.6% level here, and we also have a 38.2 at the 1.32 area. And then the most favorable zone, which is the monthly resistance that I have here as a zone, is the 50 and the 61.8. So this is quite interesting, because I don't know if at all it wants to pull back. It could continue selling, who knows, but if at all it wants to pull back, potential areas for me are this 38.2 or back here. But I feel like price might not even want to come back all the way here. I will personally look at shorts from this level here, just because I feel like it might make like a shallow pullback, just because of all like the heavy selling that we've been having. I still feel like it might want to continue with the volume. So as per right now, this is the zone that I'm going to be looking out for. Let me take my rectangle, this here. So usually I like just to put like a small zone. This one's just something that I'm going to be using for my eyes. I'm going to be looking for maybe a sell towards this level here. If at all price continues dropping, I am not sure. I don't think I'll be entering a sell, because hey, price might just come and pull back, and then I'll be stopped out for no reason whatsoever. So I'll just be patient as per right now. I'm going over on the 1-hour time frame. So the 1-hour time frame, guys, I forgot to mention something that might be key in terms of what today might do. On the daily time frame, I forgot to mention this no volume candle here. We can see that we still have this long wick. Yeah, me and long wicks, I just feel like price might come and do something here. So if at all price wants to come back and come back down to this wick here, that means today, probably on the 1-hour time frame, if at all that happens, there could be a potential of maybe seeing something like this. Maybe price coming down to Friday's low, And then now we see if we can break out this trend line, maybe come back to these zones. That's just me hoping. And then we see if something like this can happen. Personally, this is what I am favoring. If at all we don't have price coming back to down to these levels, then maybe like a breakout just slightly out of this trend line would be quite nice. Usually I do trade counter trends, but when it comes to trading counter trends, I usually wait for them from the 4-hour candle, from the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame. It's very, very key, because right now, if somebody says, for example, let me just say that I want to take like a short-term long position as I look for sales. I can say that maybe if I get a bullish engulfing candle, I could enter here. I could. But what if price continues selling and then I get stopped out? I think the most probable area would probably be here, or just wait for those sales from up there. So I'm going to be on standby. I'm going to be waiting for what sort of candles form here. If I do get some bullish signs, I might be tempted, but the best thing for me would just be waiting maybe back to this zone here, or maybe back up there. And also this zone here, I'm also looking at it because when I go to the dollar index, we have almost the same distance. We can see that this distance here is almost equivalent to this distance here. So if at all the dollar makes a pullback, maybe let's say down to these levels here, and then it continues upwards, then we can see the inverse also makes sense from the pound as well, right? So it's almost like the same distance. I hope I'm making sense, guys. I hope I'm making sense. So that's also like another reason as to why I'm thinking this level might be ideal, just to explain. But yeah, the dollar, I think we're heading on upwards. If at all we get that pullback, that would be nice. But this could also just continue pushing. You know, the dollar just does what it wants sometimes. So I won't be upset if at all it wants to continue pushing upwards, and then we'll see if we can get some reactions around these levels here. When I zoom out, I have this almost, it looks like a descending wedge, falling wedge, yeah. And I feel like if at all price wants to come to here, then it'll make a nice swing point. And then, guys, we can see if price would want to come back and fill this week. Look at me hoping. If not, then a breakout and continue upwards. It's fine, because I've been bullish on the dollar. But these are just some of the plays that I would like to see, man. Anyway, I hope I've made sense. This week, we've got a lot of news. I just checked the calendar and I had a headache, because right now, 6 p.m. East African time, I'm in Kenya. So we have some USD news at 6 p.m. We have some tentative news on Tuesday this whole week, and it's all red folders. So these are probably volatile news. Personally, when I see the news, I'm not too scared, apart from the CPI. But the fact that there's so many is quite a lot. And we can see with the pound, I think in Britain, they're releasing a lot of things: monetary policy, monetary summary, official bank rate votes, official bank rate. We have the who's this? Bank of England? Wait. Hold on. Who's this guy? Governor Bailey. Is he Governor Bailey? Okay, Andrew Bailey. He's speaking in a few, so this might affect what we're looking at this week. But it's going to be an interesting week. This one, I think I'm going to be here on standby every day, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, that is it for my video. Please check out my video above on how I plan to be a profitable trader. Let me know on your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.